Hustle podcast preview is being brought to you by the G&V Commercial Advisors at Colliers Gainesville. Gainesville is growing every day, and no one knows that better than the G&V Commercial Advisory team at Colliers Gainesville. They help businesses and investors of all sizes buy, sell, lease, and manage their properties in North Central Florida. The G&V Commercial Advisory team has the most local experience and expertise in town, plus the resources of a global firm to get your commercial real estate project done. Ready to get started on your next commercial project? See what they can do for you at colliers.com/Gainesville. You guys, on Monday, we have an amazing episode coming at you. We had Joy and Danny Hughes, founders of Life on Plastic, a business that can help you reduce waste, reuse and refill everyday goods, and rethink your consumption habits. Joy, Danny, what'd y'all think of our show tonight?
I loved it. I thought it was great. I will never miss an opportunity to talk about, zero waste, the zero waste movement, and how it's really not a perfect system that we live in and that we're, trying to execute here.
Yeah. Danny, how about you?
Danny?
I enjoyed it. I think this is a really cool thing you're doing. I think that there's a ton of businesses in this town that very much probably fly under the radar, and so the opportunity for somebody for people like us who aren't necessarily going to be in everybody's the front part of their brains and really thinking about it all the time, it's a great way to expose that. And I think that's really, really awesome, and I really appreciate what you're doing here. It's awesome.
Thanks, man. What was the favorite part of our discussion tonight? Is there anything that really stood out?
I think my favorite part was not talking about plastic straws.
You guys, we got into plastic straws. I had to bring it up.
I really just want to, and I love being able to impart on people that it's not quite what you think it is, and it's really, you don't have to all of a sudden just completely cut plastic out from your life. And I think, we touched on why that is, but I just think that it's not a perfect process, and but whatever you're doing is making an impact, and collectively I think we can all make a difference.
Yeah. Danny.
I just like contradicting my wife.
Danny did that a couple times in this recording.
Wasn't so much contradictory as a
perspective.
Secondary opinion. Alternative opinions. That's what we're going for.
It's a well-rounded.
It is.
You're gonna get well-rounded opinions with the two of us.
Yeah, it was great. I love it. I always joke having the husband-wife duos on here. It's I'm like, oh, you disagree? Great. Just go with that.
More of that.
Go with that. Yeah. Let's get into this. So it's always fun. Well, it was an absolute pleasure. Very cool business. Very unique. Definitely, here I am learning something new for sure. And I think a lot of you will too. So definitely check out the episode Monday when it drops at 8 a.m. And, here's a little clip of what you guys have to look forward to. The plastic straw thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this back to the plastic, because this was a big.
It was a huge
deal.
thing. Yeah.
And I kind of see both sides.
So you're on Gainesville word of mouth.
Well, I kind of see both sides. I mean, I think a lot of times it's it's that your priorities might be different than somebody else's priorities. And I think that's where a lot of that usually comes into play. Is is this really what we need to be spending our time on right this second? So I'm kind of, this is where I'm going with this. I'm kind of interested knowing that you guys are the zero waste people of Gainesville. You're my crew in this, right? So what do you say to all the people who missed their plastic straws and when all that was kind of going down? I'm very curious.
I would say that if you want to use a plastic straw, then you should have the right and the ability to go ahead and do that. That is your choice, 100%. What I also will say to that is that the zero waste movement has kind of been reduced down to plastic straws and plastic bags. That just happened to be my personal story. Was I saw that was my kind of just the journey that I was on was kind of kicked off with that, and that was the first thing that we felt like we were really able to do at the restaurants to kind of make that kind of start switching off of styrofoam, and all of those things are really bad, but plastic straws have really become this it's such a joke, it really is. At the end of the day, it's a joke, but I don't think that the zero waste or environmentalist or activists for this topic ever really wanted it to be that way. But I will say it got us all talking, and it got us all thinking about it.
That's true.
I think that there's a positive in that. I have to laugh a little bit at how like some people are like, over my dead body will you take my plastic straw? Because
people would like pull out like a whole bunch of plastic straws out of their pockets.
Because to me it's like
I've seen some awesome memes through this as well.
I have watched customers leave the restaurant, go to Publix, buy straws, come back and put it in their drink. and then like make a show about it. And it's just kind of,
like I said, it's not my job to shame anyone about the usage that they have now. But who I want to reach are the people that are listening to this and going, wait a second, wow, all of my stuff is actually packaged in plastic. I realize that that's probably not the best thing for the environment. How can I reduce that at home? What can I do to make this situation a little bit better?
Right.
And so my group, my people probably aren't so interested necessarily in the plastic straw issue. They're thinking beyond that and a little bit bigger than that. So
it's so interesting. I just feel like it's something as simple as a straw that just like instantly makes everything very political. and then like you like have like legit conversations. You have like legit conversations. It's like you know what? Like no, like taking care of the environment is important.
Yeah.
Right. But also like, does plastic straws need to be prioritized above all of these other important governmental things that we need to be taking care of? And so that's where it usually like comes into play. I think is that it's like super hot. Like everybody would generally agree.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
the other interesting side of that question to me is that we have two different answers for that question.
Okay.
Because her answer is way more intelligent and thoughtful than mine is. And my answer is the plastic straw is an example of something that you didn't really need in the first place that you can do without. Because the reality is that And the first thing not the first thing, but immediately people love to jump to, like, my father has epilepsy, then your father should have a plastic straw, and I never said take it away from him. But you as a completely able-bodied adult, you don't need a straw to drink your drink. You don't put a straw in your cup at home. And the whole trope about your glasses aren't clean, I mean, we got to talk about, like, logic at this point, and, like, the outside and the inside are the same product. So what goes in here, it doesn't matter if you put your lips on the glass or not, you're getting it in your drink. And it is a great example of like, here's one minor thing you can change. Next stop, plastic bags. Next stop, Ziplocs. So to me, that was the point of the plastic straw. And it did get politicized, and it was turned into a joke, and everybody had their numbers. It's like 0.01% of all plastic waste is straws. If you could see the volume of what 0.01% of plastic waste actually looked like, you probably wouldn't say that anymore. And but you can't tell people that. It's like there's a mountain of trash, but it's not my straw, or it's not that straw, or whatever. And it was supposed to be a simple example from my point of view, and it got blown up into a political conversation. It got blown up into invading people's personal choices, and that just wasn't what it was supposed to be. It's kind of a useless item. It doesn't really have a purpose. I mean, you can stir your drink with a toothpick. It'll be fine. You can stir your drink with your finger. I see people do it all the time.
I just go like this.
Yeah. I mean, there was whatever happened to the shake, And so I see it different than she does. Like I said, her answer is way more articulate. But for me, that's what I've always latched onto. When people say something about it, what happened to plastic straws? Like, you don't need a straw. You'll be fine.
There it is, podcast fam. Be sure to check out that complete episode Monday at 8 a.m. If you want to get notified when the episode drops, text WHOA GNV to 484848, and I will drop you a text just to let you know that the episode is out. Definitely go check out their awesome business, Life on Plastic. It's over in Thornburg Village. Go check them out and definitely support them. And enjoy your weekend and check out the episode Monday when it drops. We'll see you later. Bye.